Alright, here's one that just came in. It's an old radio, a Westinghouse. Cosmetically, it's in very nice looking condition. Inside, it's got the tubes. Got 3 tubes. Connections between the sections. Looks like on one side we've got the tuning mechanism, the other side we've got the amplifier and detector. I don't know that there will be a schematic. I'll get the writers and see if there's going to be a schematic. Alright, Writers doesn't show anything this early. They show a couple of radios. Like they have a lot of tubes in them and stuff. They're obviously a lot later. This one has got internal damage. If you can imagine rats crawling through that, that's how they got in there, or mice, or whatever you want. They gnawed that hole out big enough to where they could crawl down in there, and they built their nest down in there. Okay, well, first thing we've got to do is figure out how to get it open. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can get the panel off of it. I've got 2 screws here that are already somewhat loose. I'm going to put those back in. The section we're really interested in looking at is this one here. Supposedly the audio transformers are eaten up by mice, and we'll have to go ahead and investigate that and see how we get to them. I'm not sure how everything connects to the back terminals. Okay, this pulls out as one piece, okay? Alright, so we take these off right here. It's a pretty, I mean, it's okay, but it's elaborate and expensive. It's hard to imagine that people back then, where they got the idea. I mean, my goodness. Hey, it's very neat, but boy, you talk about an expensive way to do things. This is a pretty collectible radio. I'd say it's probably worth probably pushing $1,000. It just acts. It has green corrosion on it. Okay, now this should slide out. Okay. Okay. Wow. Smell of rat pee is in there. Okay. Now here is, okay, we got the damage right here. And here's where the serious damage is. Okay, this one here is eaten through completely. Okay, the winding is eaten through to where the wire is just, looks like fuzz. And over here, same thing, the wire is eaten through. On the bottom and the top, it's not too bad, but boy, on that inside, that rat just, or mouse just sat in there, chewing on that wire. Okay, so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to remove those transformers and see what we've got to do to, now, this looks like one of them is about a, it's odd, 5/8. It's a little over 5/8. It's not an even number. Okay, that one's a half. Okay, this one here, a standard replacement coil, will fit onto there. Okay, so that one there will be a fairly straightforward repair job. But this one here, we've got a 5/8 inch, looks like a 5/8 inch core, which is not the size of the standard. I'll have to look through all the transformers I've got and see if I can find one. Okay, here's a wire that has been chewed off completely. No telling where that goes. I think that probably went right there. Okay, to get those transformers loose, okay, that screw is easy. This one down in here, oh boy, they were not planning on taking this apart ever, because what it looks like they did, they put the transformers on there, then bolted that on there, and then they wired everything together, so you can't get that off of there without taking all the wires loose. Whew! Very, very nice. Okay, first thing I do is I go ahead and take a picture. That way, if I forget how things go, I'm going to also draw how those wires go. But we want to make sure we don't forget how they go. You know, we can figure out how they go, but still, it's better to keep it in mind. Okay, I got a little gizmo here. It's a flexible screwdriver. And that makes it to where I can get in there and I can get those screws out of there. The places where the screws go are slotted, so if I can get the screw loose on the top, I can take the bottom one and just slide that thing off without taking the screw out. Okay? And I can do the same thing on the other one. Let me see if I can get this out of here. That's one screw out, and that transformer will, it'll, okay. To get that out of there, I got to take the wires loose, okay? All right, now what I have to do is write down exactly how all those wires go. Okay, that'll hold everything in place. All right, on the top one to the bottom one on the outside, and that goes to the rheostat. Okay, we go here. Now, let me look for any more damage. Okay, that one's okay. I'm looking at the wires from the tube socket onto the terminals and looking for mouse chewed wires. It looks like just that one is broken. Okay. And then from there we go to the bottom, outside terminal. Okay. Now we have two jacks. Okay, we'll draw jacks. And each one, okay, we've got okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, now that's okay. There's some more. Okay. Now, from the top transformer, Okay, we've got 4 wires on each one. All right. Okay. We have only that one. Okay, now the second wire in goes to the bottom jack on the second terminal up, okay? All right. The third terminal goes to the middle one, okay? To the outside. Okay. That gets the upper transformer drawn. The 4 terminals, and that's everything. Okay, we can unsolder those, and we can remove the top transformer. Okay, that'll give us a little more room to remove the bottom one. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, that's one wire. Oh, those guys were good. They did not twist the wires around. Sometimes they'll wrap the wire around the terminal and then solder it. Oh, that's bad. These guys didn't. They just put them in there and soldered them. Ha ha. And there it is. And you can see here how the transformer's eaten up. Okay. What a shame. Now, they do not tell you what the functions of these terminals are. They don't tell you. There's no continuity between any wire on here, so all of the windings are chewed by the mouse to break the connections. I was hoping the primary might be intact. So we'll have to derive the primary and secondary by simply analyzing the core positions. Okay, let's see what we can do about the second one. All right, and then the last one goes to the broken tube one. Okay, we've already got that drawn. Okay, so there's our drawing showing exactly where the wires go of the transformers. Okay, so we can now unsolder the second transformer. Okay, we got this one passes through the hole, so I'm just going to cut it and get that off of there. Okay, and then the last one. Okay. All right, now this one, what we do is we loosen that one a little bit and take this one. Okie doke. Okay. Now, I've got one wire right here. Okay, while I got this wire off of here, I'm going to test this condenser here and see if it's good. I'm going to put this on a high scale, and we're going to see if that condenser is any good. No, we're going to have to replace that condenser. See, we will not replace the can. What we'll do is we'll take it and unsolder the can, and we'll put a modern condenser inside of it, and that way it'll look exactly like the original, but it'll have a good condenser in it. Now, they have soldered the nuts, which is very, very that's just completely considerate of them. It's possible that they'll come loose. If not, we will have to cut them. We'll just go ahead and we'll cut them with the Dremel tool and get them out of there, because unsoldering those nuts is going to be a bear. Okay. See there? It just broke the solder loose by using pure force. Screwed up screw. We'll get a better screw. We find more screws. I don't have any way to really heat it and unscrew it at the same time. I would need 3 hands, and I don't have 3 hands. Okay, here goes. Okey-doke. I'll do it. Ah. Okay. Okay. But does it go to the bottom one, or does that go to the bottom of the top one? I don't know. It's the numbering is going to be, there's no reason for them to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no reason for them to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 if it was arbitrary. So I'm going to very much guess that 1 and 2 is one of the windings and 3 and 4 is the other winding. So we really don't have too much trouble figuring out which one is which. Alright, all this has to be gotten out of here. Okay, so that gets that in that. Now, the next thing we've got to do, this is a miserable job here. Okay, they got 2 slugs of wood in there holding these together. So what we do is we take a screwdriver and whack them. Okay. Alright, that gets the core completely loose. Alright, now these cores are single piece cores. They're not the E and I type. These are single piece, so you have to bend them up like so. Up and up, and then you pull it out. Okay? See, it's kind of, why would they do stuff like that? Remember, it was back in the 20s. They were idiots back then. All right, here we have the coil loose. Now, I've got that one wire that we had. What I need to know, was it the bottom of the coil and the top, or was it the top of the coil and the bottom? So what I have to do is remove the wire until we get down to where that wire is fastened and see which coil it's fastened to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut through there. Okay. And just go like that. Get that off of there. Would have had a bunch of turns, hey? Woo, that's fine, fine wire. There's many thousands of turns on there. Okay, there's still another, looks like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Alright. The outer winding is always the secondary, and the inner winding is the primary. So once we find what that is, we will know which of the terminals are the primary and the secondary. Okay, I can see now. Okay, if we look at this, we can see that this wire has a layer of insulation between it and the top winding. Therefore, it is the top of the lower winding. The top winding is now completely gone, and this wire is still connected down inside there. So, so that wire went to the inside winding here, the 1 and 2. So that's going to be our primary winding, and the outside two are going to be the secondary. Okay, now I've got to get another coil that we will use to replace. Oh my God, is it hot up there. I just got out of the attic getting these transformers. It just outside, it's 96 degrees outside right now outside. That attic has to be 130. Oh my God, is it hot up there. Whew! Man. Okay, now here is a replacement transformer coil. You get these from Antique Electronics Supply. And this will work directly. See, these core pieces will fit directly in there, and it will replace the transformer coil. So we're good to go on this one. Now, here is where the problem is. Okay, this is a fatter core. Okay, this is a fatter core here. Okay, that's the same size. So this coil, it's going to fit. This one will fit. Okay, so what I have to do, damn if they hadn't screwed that thing up, that rat. Okay, let's see if any of these windings have continuity. Up. Got continuity on those two. Okay, so those two got continuity. See what it reads. Okay, 1K, that's the primary. The inside one is the primary, and the outside one will be... Oh, I see. I see. They have them labeled. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Okay, so on number 2, 5 terminals. Okay, and this is called input. Okay, plate goes to here. And the other one goes to there. Okay, that gets us our transformer connections on this one. We don't have to figure it out. All right, now, okay, look what they did. They did not solder the screws on this one. Okay, so we can easily get this one open. All right, let me cut all this wire off. We don't need that stuff on there anymore. It's junk. If a damn rat hadn't chewed that transformer up, we could have used it. Oh, look at that. Ha! This is a modern transformer. This has been replaced. This is a replacement transformer. This is not original. It's not original. I'll be darned. Okay. Well, we've got one right here. This is the same size core. This might drop right in there. See, that's the same size core. Sorta. Let's see what'll happen. Oh, this one's gravy. This one is gravy. Get that. Oh, this is just pure gravy. So somebody had replaced the transformer in this thing before. That's not original. This is the original kind of stuff. This is modern. Back when that radio was made, there was no such thing as EI cores. Everything was that crazy stuff. Okay. Okay, that's got it now. Now, where the hell did that go? Where the hell did it go? I haven't been anywhere. All right, we'll get another one. Okay, now, from our paper, we said, isn't that something we won't quite reach, huh? If I would have put the damn thing in there the other way, it would have worked. Oh. 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 It just by chance, 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance, and it's always going to be the wrong way. Okay, now. Okay. All right, one of them. Okay. One of them goes to the end, right here. Okay. We have the center tap going to the center. No. No. Oh, I gotta watch out here. This is a different type of transformer. I can't do this. 1. And this is 2.2. So we want this one. Okay, that one we don't use. Okay, so we go, here is the 2.2. So one of them goes here. I gotta pay attention. And the other one goes to the outside. All right, now we're doing it right. Okay, we connect those up, and then this transformer will be done. Go right on here. And here. Okay, now. Okay, now, if I ohmmeter between the two outside ones, we get connection, and between the two inside ones, we get connection. Okay. Okay, there's one ready to go. Okay, this wire here is extra. We can just cut it off. Okay. Ah, now for the nightmare. Oh. All right, let's go. Okay, one. All right, we just have to. All right. Okay. 2. See, some of these we can straighten out. Others we just have to force. God, this is miserable. is miserable. At least we've got these coils. You know, if we didn't have these coils, you'd have to rewind the darn things, and that wouldn't be fun. You know, I've got the equipment to rewind it, but it's you know, putting that many turns. We're talking several thousand turns on the secondary. That's a lot of turns to put on there, and they have to be put evenly, or else they won't fit. Pretty good. All right. This is enough to just, oh God. It is not a fun job. Tedious is the word. No reason to leave the camera. I'm going to shut the camera off and do the rest of these. It'll take about half an hour. Okay. Well, it's been going about 25 minutes now, 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh. Good. The last couple here. Well. Okay, now. It's okay, now these screws are okay, 1-inch screws will do it. Let me see what I've got. Okay, that gets transformer number 2. Okay, that gets our 2 transformers. Now we got to hook up wires. Okay, now on transformer number 1, okay, the primary goes to the inside. That's going to be the red and the blue. And the secondary is going to go to the outside. Okay, I'm going to cut the black one off. We don't need that one. Okay, and we just those off. Okay, now that gets us our 2 transformers. All right, now we have to repair the inside of the radio. We've got a wire right here that is really badly screwed. Okay, I'm going to take it. Just cut that out of there and connect it. A piece here. See the old rat-chewed wire there. Okay, we're going to just replace it with a piece of new wire. A very nice built radio. Really, this would be an expensive radio back in the day. Expensive now too, of course, because they're so rare. Okay, now, okay, that one's good. Okay, here. Okay. Now, we have another wire here. This is that condenser. It was right here. Okay, we have to take that condenser out of there. that condenser goes to... All right, now let's see. We're going to have to take this screw loose to get that capacitor loose. We can't get it unsoldered. The screws are pretty easy, hey? Oh, it's not a... They slot everything else, but this is not. Oh, for heaven's sake, it's a lug with 2 tabs on it. If that isn't enough to... Okay, now, see, this thing is soldered together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and heat it with a torch, pop it open, and then we'll put a modern condenser in it. Okay, no luck there. As it turns out, the case is pressed together, just literally pressed with high, they just had the 2 pieces that were 1-to-1 fit or more, and they just rammed them together and then soldered it. So there's just no way to get that open that way. So what we'll do is we'll use the Dremel tool, which is quite effective in doing this, and we'll just solder it back together again. It's not that important, okay? All right, see, and there's the capacitor itself. Whew. Look at that. This is just stuffing. Not. Okay. Okay. All right, there's our box. Okay, now the condenser itself is here. It's probably, I don't know. And it leaks like hell. I mean, it's just, there's no way to measure it. Okay, it's going to be somewhere like a 0.1. Let's see. Wait, 0.08. Okay, I'm saving that. Okie doke. I got some old wire here. Okay. Okay, now that has to get soldered onto that terminal there. If I would have made it a damn inch longer, it would have fit perfect. All right, let's see what'll happen. Bend it through. I mean, if there wasn't bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. It doesn't reach. It's within 1/8 of an inch. If I take the damn connector off and put it on the other side, it'll reach. What a nightmare. Okay, now this goes like that. Okay? Wire from this pin here, we've got a wire that the rats chewed off. So we got to get that out of there and replace it. Pull that off of there. Onto this terminal here. Click and go. Okay. That one's mouse eaten too. Okay. Through there. Okay, and that one goes to right here. Okay, that one. Okay, that's a new one. Okay, that's a new one. Okay, all the wires to the two tubes are now solid. Okay, all right, the next thing to do is to reinstall transformers. Okay, the first one is the fiver. Okay, the fiver goes in there like this. Okay. All right, I need the screw. That's transformer number 1. Okay, it goes to the bottom terminal. Okay, that's this one. Okay. See, this shit has to fit perfectly, because if it doesn't fit perfectly, it's going to the wrong place. This goes perfectly. Okay. That's all okay. Here. Okay. We got the big one in. The next one is this one here. And it's going to go in there. Okay. I'm going to slip that in there like this. Okay. And get into there. That did it. Man, got a flexible screwdriver. You can get to anything. Okay. 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 Okay, now I've got one piece. We have to have this piece of wire here going up. That goes from here to there. Okie dokie. Alright, that takes care of all of the wiring. All of this is back and it's all fixed. So we don't have any more rat-eaten wires, and we don't have any bad transformers. We got two good transformers. We got all the original wires back in the right place, and everything looks good. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this thing finished here and test it. Okay, the first thing I got to do, I've got to clean those tube pins down in the bottom. Make sure there's no rat pee on them. Okay, I'm going to just reach down in there with this X-Acto knife and take the point, and I'm just going to scrape these terminals where these tubes press to make sure that they're going to make good contact. Alright, that's one. I can see they're scraped already. Somebody has already worked on them. But it could have been many, many years ago. Okey-doke. That looks good. Alright, let's stick the tubes down in there. That does not feel good. They don't feel. Now that one feels pretty good there. This one over here in the back doesn't feel very tight. Now that one feels pretty good. Alright. Let's get the rest of the radio up here, and we shove it all back together. Okay, that's they got them all. They're all labeled here. That's good. Nice, nice. All right. And all the little nuts are here. Usually what happens with these sets is they lose them. You know, there'll be a couple of them missing. And that's disappointing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make some little wires to go on here so we can clip to it. Okie doke. And okay. Okay, we're all back together and ready to hook up. Now, the output is in the front. They use plain old plug-in type connections for the output. Okay, let me get power supply. Okay, now I'm going to hook the main B plus onto the amplifier. Let's see. Amplifier, okay. And then I'm going to hook the detector to a lower voltage. We'll put it to 22. Okay, put about 0.4 amp. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to run this voltage to 67 volts. Okay, getting about 1.5 milliamps from the amplifier. That's the first stage, so everything is doing. Okay, now, well, I was really smart. I did not bring any headphones down from the, no headphones down from the dadgum attic. Okay, we vary that and we see the filament current varies. All right, we'll try it with the speaker first. It may, with 3 stages, this thing may have enough to give us a good signal out of the speaker. Okay, so let me get speaker. Okay, now we got this kind of connector on it, so we need an adapter. All right, we use a gizmo like this for adapting, and we just take this and push this button, push it in there, and push this one, and that gives you the connections to here. Hopefully, I'll measure it and make sure. You can even hear it scratching. Okay, I'm going to go to, oop, there it is. All right, now I'm going to hook the antenna on. Okay. Listen to that. Okay, I'm going to try a little higher voltage on the... Okay, that's with 32 volts on the detector and 67 on the B+, the amplifiers. Okay.
Remember how I said you wanted it? You wanted it, and what's coming from the police. Wrap your mind around that. Now, you may not know who Cori Bush is. She's one of the radical young congresswomen. Absolute nutshell. And you and I can point at Cori Bush, and we can laugh, and not the job. I can't. Woman. I just this. Cold when you can't find them. So, you know what chop it is? I'll let you decide it, Stick. Oh, that's the rule.
It got some gain. When you adjust the regeneration just right. It's got some gain.
And so it's just that this time of year,
Well, there it is. I'll be darned. An old Westinghouse radio. Okay, very good. Okay. Well, okay. That takes care of all the bad transformers and mouse-chewed wires and everything. Okie dokie. Very good, very good. Okie doke. That knocks it out.